everyone, today I'll be reviewing this new documentary series dropped today on Netflix. It's called Voir, and this documentary series is actually by David Fincher. Like, he is the executive producer. I guess he created this show. When I saw the trailer for the show, I was like, oh, that sounds really interesting. How is this show? I thought the show was definitely very interesting for someone like me who love movie and get inspired by watching all this movie. So I could see when I was watching this show is especially it was made for people like me, and on YouTube many like YouTube movie blogger, they will love it. I don't know how a normal audience will feel about it. I think normal audience, if they watch this, they can also enjoy it because there is a lot of information here they were giving. But at first I didn't know who all these people was. I was like, oh, I don't know any of them. Like especially the episode 1, Sasa, what is her name, Sasha Stone, she comes and she tells you how she got inspired from movie Jaws. When I was watching it, I was thinking in my, is she a director or something? Because she was telling us the story about how much Jaws movie inspired her to be a writing about movie, I guess. So I wish this show was actually narrated by some director or someone who's from movie industry. It could have been really nice, but I get it. This is not a huge budget show or anything. It just especially made for people like me on YouTube who loves movie, get inspired by all these movies. Then again, some of the information we're giving here, I found them extremely entertaining and interesting because this is my line of thing I was watching. Because me personally, I get inspired watching all this movie, so I could relate to all of the things they were saying. Not all of the episodes were very well narrated. I would say some of the episode where like they started well. I thought like halfway through they kind of get lost. What were they saying? The best episode in my opinion where the pilot episode was really good on the Jaws movies. I don't know, halfway through she started talking about boobs in this. I was like, what the heck? Obviously it makes sense now that I know she is also movie blogger. Maybe that's how they talk. Who knows? So that episode was really well. I also like when they talk about, of course, Godfather 1 and 2. Though it's been a while since I have seen those movies. But when they talked about those movies, I was really like, oh my God, so interesting. For me, I really liked it a lot. Also, I really liked the episode where they're talking about Martin Scorsese's movie, Taxi Driver, the King of Comedy, and Goodfellas. Those are the iconic movie, and there's actually other movies from Martin Scorsese. They're so good, some of his movie. I am huge fan of his work, so those episodes were my favorite, obviously. But there was also another episode one on television versus movie, like TV versus movie. I thought that episode was also very well done, although they started with the how HBO they brings you premium show, how it all started, and especially their show, so many award-winning show on HBO Max. But show HBO Max made household name is that show is Soprano, of course. So I really like that they, although HBO X direct rival studio to Netflix, but I'm glad they still talked about HBO Max. And how can you talk about like HBO Max if you don't talk about Game of Thrones? Although they did point it out that Game of Thrones, the ending sucked. That's why they brought it up, because HBO Max is Netflix direct rival studio. Netflix is trying to take over HBO Max because it's end of the day HBO is a prestigious TV studio. It's not your regular CBC studio. It's a big studio. It's a big deal, especially if you like look back all the people who win award from HBO Max, which is, by the way, if you sign from them, you do win award. They always thank HBO Max 1,000 times. Not HBO Max, sorry, HBO. So I'm glad they included HBO. That being said, I did not like the last episode. What was it all about? I didn't get that at all. What was he talking about? The Eddie Murphy and the... I think that, so again, that is the example. That episode started really well. Like it was just giving you idea about like how the first, I guess, by like the what was it calling, like the bi race thing, or like the like one black cop and white cop. The first I guess buddy cop movie was how it started, like the but I feel like that episode toward the end it lost its way. I'm like, what was it saying? I didn't get it. Maybe because I didn't see all those movies, I couldn't feel connected to that. Uh, Overall, I think some of the episode, if you like this movie, you will really like, and some of this episode, like if you don't know this movie, you will be like, oh, what I'm watching. Overall, it's very interesting for people who likes movie TV. Not a lot about TV, but mostly about movie. But there is a when you watch it, you can see like Netflix. They're trying to say something about movies because at one point they did say about Marvel movie. I think they didn't say directly. There's a comic book movie there, like Sasha Stone, she was saying something about comic book movie, they're ruining, you know, a movie telling or something. I could hear that there is some narration going on like about comic book movie, although she didn't say out loud, but she did say something and I did catch it, and I was like, oh, because it's a Netflix thing, you know, they will try to put something about stuff, because I did see some of the stuff, because it's from them, they put it there. Anyway, it was very interesting watch for me, someone who loves movie and TV, obviously. If you like movies, TVs like me, you will enjoy the show a lot, although it's not always perfect, but some of the episodes are really good. Anyway, that's my thought on this show. Let me know in the comment what do you think about this show, and if you enjoyed my review, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to check out my other review on Netflix show, and please take care.